Imagine water that acts as bulletproof, an intriguing true story of a nation thirsty for freedom. In the sun-scorched land of where baobabs cast long shadows over cotton fields, the Germans thought they had things under control. Tax the locals, make them grow cotton, and whip anyone who resisted. It was a foolproof plan. Or so they thought. In 1905, in Tanganyika, modern-day Tanzania, people were tired. Tired of being forced to grow cotton for the Germans, tired of high taxes, tired of being treated unfairly. The German colonizers thought they had everything under control, but they were wrong. One man named Kinjikitile Ngwale was about to turn that exhaustion into the spark of rebellion. His secret weapon? A mystical concoction called Maji, Swahili for water. It's not just Maji, he told his followers with the dramatic flair of a soap opera star. It's sacred. It will turn bullets into raindrops. Little did he know, his plan would set the stage for one of Africa's most legendary uprisings, and a series of moments that historians today might classify as equal parts tragic and absurd. Kinjikitile wasn't just a spiritual leader, he was a showman. Perched on the banks of the Rufiji River, he held gatherings that felt more like rock concerts than sermons. Men, women, and even skeptical elders flocked to his side as he held aloft a calabash of his enchanted Maji. Kinjikitile Ngwale claimed his water would make people bulletproof. "Drink this," he said, "and no German weapon can harm you." People believed him, and soon villages across the land united to fight for their freedom. Kinjikitile was also a great storyteller. He brought people together, speaking about freedom and justice. To inspire them, he gave them water. "This water is blessed by the ancestors," he declared. "With it we cannot lose. No bullet can even scratch your skin." People came from far and wide to drink the water. Some were skeptical. A brave young man stepped forward, squinting at the murky liquid. Is there a recipe for this?" he asked. "Because it smells like my grandmother's laundry water." "Silence!" Kinjikitile roared, handing the young man and the people the gourd. "Drink, and you will feel the power of the ancestors." "Trust me," Kinjikitile insisted, and trust him they did. Soon entire villages were sharpening spears, singing war songs, and preparing for battle. Meanwhile, the Germans were busy being, well, German. Their favorite hobbies included enforcing backbreaking labor laws, collecting exorbitant taxes, and patting themselves on the back for a job well done. "This cotton scheme is brilliant," declared one German official over a glass of schnapps. "We get cheap labor, endless profits, and all it costs is a little whipping." Unbeknownst to him, the villages he exploited were humming with activity. Spears were sharpened, war songs were sung, and every household was brewing gourd after gourd of water. Some creative villagers even experimented with different versions. "Mine has a hint of hibiscus," one woman boasted to her neighbor. "Hibiscus, please," the neighbor replied. "Real water needs a dash of cow dung for that ancestral kick." The Germans had a simple plan: force the local people to grow cotton, take the profits, and punish anyone who complained. "You must grow cotton," the German overseers barked. "Work harder or else." But people were fed up. "We don't even get enough food to eat," grumbled one farmer. "Why should we grow their cotton?" With Kinjikitile's water giving them hope, they decided to fight back. When the rebellion started, the Germans were caught completely off guard. Villagers stormed German outposts, burning down cotton fields and fighting with spears and clubs. "Retreat!" shouted a terrified German officer as warriors charged at him. "What's in that water they're drinking?" At first, it looked like the water was working. Some warriors even joked, "See, bullets really do turn into water." But in reality, their early success came from their numbers and surprise attacks, not magic. The victory was short-lived, as the harsh reality hit hard. The tide turned when the Germans brought in machine guns. In battles like the one at Mahenge, the Tanganyikan fighters charged bravely, but the German firepower was overwhelming. One warrior holding a gourd of water hesitated after bullets started flying. "Maybe the water only works when it's cloudy?" he muttered before retreating. Despite their courage, the rebels couldn't match the Germans' weapons. The Germans also burned villages and destroyed food supplies, causing famine that killed thousands. By 1907, the rebellion was over. Kinjikitile had been executed early on, and over 100,000 people had died, many from hunger and disease. But the rebellion left a lasting mark. The Germans learned that the people of Tanganyika would not stay silent forever. And though the water wasn't truly magic, it gave people hope and united them against a common enemy. Lessons from history. The Maji Maji Rebellion showed that even when the odds seem impossible, people can stand together and fight for what's right. And while Kinjikitile's water didn't stop bullets, his story reminds us of the power of hope and unity. His name lived on, whispered in stories passed down through generations. "We may have lost," one elder said years later, "but we showed the Germans that we are not sheep to be herded. And who knows, maybe next time we'll figure out a better recipe for water." So the next time someone tries to sell you a miracle cure, think of Kinjikitile and his magic water. And maybe double-check the recipe first, or maybe add a pinch of salt or a dash of cow dung, just in case. For more stories, hit the like button to support my journey and subscribe. Next is the Mau Mau uprising in Kenya against the British. Stay tuned.